You're listening to the audio production of The Spirit of Our Politics, Spiritual Formation and the Renovation of Public Life by Michael Ware, published by Zondervan and read by the author. To Saoirse and Ilaria, with your Father's unyielding love for who you are and great hope for the kind of people you are becoming. It is a serious thing to live in a society of possible gods and goddesses, to remember that the dullest and most uninteresting person you talk to may one day be a creature which, if you saw it now, you would be strongly tempted to worship, or else a horror and a corruption such as you now meet, if at all, only in a nightmare. All day long we are, in some degree, helping each other to one or other of these destinations. It is in the light of these overwhelming possibilities, it is with the awe and the circumspection proper to them, that we should conduct all our dealings with one another, all friendships, all loves, all play, all politics. C.S. Lewis, The Weight of Glory. Introduction. Our politics is sick. Few would take issue with that assessment, but the problem goes deeper than most of us realize or admit. Politicians blame the other side for the problems in our politics. We are told that total victory is on the other side of our opponent's defeat, and that if we could only marginalize or eliminate certain kinds of people or forces, our politics would be made well. We tell ourselves that our political sickness is the result of structures over which we have no control and corrupt politicians we never supported. The siren song calls out to us. You are what is right with America. You made America. You need to take America back from them. This is the spirit of politics today. But we cannot place all of the blame on them. Our politics is suffering not from appendicitis, but from leukemia. The problem is not that something has gone wrong, but that the very logic on which the entire system operates exacerbates the sickness. We don't need an appendectomy. We need new marrow in our bones. This diagnosis isn't what we expect in discussions of political reform, nor is it what is regularly offered. For those who are frustrated enough by our politics to think change is necessary, most Americans, and who are motivated enough to do something about it, a minority of Americans, our political system easily offers enemies to be blamed and structural changes to pursue. This is not entirely off the mark. A healthier politics would be supported by and produce structural reforms and the diminished influence of bad actors. But something more significant is at play. Our politics is the way it is because it reflects the desires and allowances of voters. In October 2020, as the presidential campaign came to its conclusion, 15 of the most respected social scientists in the world came together to issue a dire warning about American politics and a phenomenon they called political sectarianism, defined as a poisonous cocktail of othering, aversion, and moralization that poses a threat to democracy. We will discuss this phenomenon at greater length, but for now it's enough to say that this poisonous cocktail has spilled beyond the confines of those most directly engaged in the political process and into most other areas of life. The American Psychological Association found that 52% of Americans felt additional stress due to the 2016 election. They called it election stress disorder and recommended steps people could take for relief. Teachers reported students were fearful about the election outcome, even to the extent that they were having nightmares about it. I know of churches where people who had served
Sample complete. Ready to continue?